We in here, we live.
Yo, welcome to the 10 Count Podcast, where we're here to give y'all raw, uncut opinion about the current landscape of boxing. I'm your boy, Big Groove.
Your boy Jules.
African Herb Man.
Yes, sir, man. Today, man, we got a pretty good show. Of course, we got a special guest today, man. A guy I've been following, been cool with for a very long time. We're gonna bring him on, man. We're gonna talk about Fly Mike. Yes, sir. We're gonna talk about what's next with Fury, Wilder. What heavyweight matchups we want to see. You feel what I'm saying? Secure Stevenson versus Jamal Herring. We got Canelo versus Plant. We got Sean Porter versus Bud. And we also going to talk about the upcoming Tank Davis and Rolling matchup. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm finna bring this first guy in, man. This cat right here, man. I'm finna show y'all a nice little snippet. You feel what I'm saying? This guy right here, I've been following for a long time, man. Very slick fighter, man. Heavyweight out of Harlem. You feel me? Fly Mike. You feel me? Let's go. Boom.
Yeah, what's happening, fellas? What's good?
Look at him. Catch him looking like James Tony out there. Yeah.
Always work.
JT.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Look at that boy rolling shots.
Ow. Yeah,
this is actually for the Connecticut, the New England heavyweight title, right?
Yeah, that was the heavyweight title fight. I had to go over there and take it from him.
That's what I'm talking about, dog.
Yeah, to get everything going. How y'all doing, fellas?
Good. How you doing, Mike?
Everything all good.
So tell us, man, this man right here, dog. I've been following this guy since 2009. 2008, 2009, he was in the amateurs, man. This kid, I seen the grind from the ground up.
You in too, y'all tripping.
He started from the amateurs, you know, I seen him from the amateurs. This guy, dog, I seen him grow, you know, from his journey from 160, 178. You know what I'm saying? Now he's fighting at heavyweight. You turned pro at 168, right?
I turned pro at 180 pounds.
180? Okay, got you.
I was like 180 for the contract. See, it went by contract, you know what I'm saying? So I just paid attention to the contract. They said they wanted us at a certain weight, so I just came in 180. You know what I mean? Just to set them up. But I would say it's light heavyweight because that's what I was going for. But on paper, it say cruiserweight.
Gotcha. So, man, a lot of people don't know this, man. My guy Fly Mike was on a very, very big fight card this past weekend. The heavyweight title fight against Fury and Wilder. Man, kind of tell us something about that experience, dog. Like, what was that experience like getting from leaving home and getting there and arriving? Kind of walk us through that process and tell us how that came about.
Man, that whole experience is first, I felt like a kid going to Disney World. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole experience of, you know, doing what fighters do and, you know, being a fighter myself. I'm not saying that I'm not a fighter, you know what I mean? But just that whole experience is just crazy. You know, it's just out of this world, you know. It's a lot, you know. You get off the plane and you see the driver holding your name up, and you know, and then you get into the big car, and you're like, oh, okay, you know, all right, we're the big leagues now, you know what I mean? So it felt good, but you know, my main focus was the fight. You know, I wasn't really, you know, caught up with, you know, who was there and who I saw there and everybody. You know, I was just there for one thing, and that was to cash that check.
Get the job done.
Get the job done. That's it. You know what I
So
mean? And come out safe and come out safely. You know, I pray to God. You know, I always pray, and I pray that overall, with so many fighters that passed away. My friend Patrick Day passed
yeah.
away. He was a good
Oh,
friend of mine.
oh, you were a
You
good
know,
friend.
so man, he was a good friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? He was a
I mean,
good friend to everybody he met. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just the type of person Patrick was. If you
word.
really knew him, if you got to see him face it, but Patrick was a real one. He was really a real one. And I thought about him. I think about him all the time. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm,
one thing I prayed is that me and my opponent come out safe. Whatever happens, me and my opponent just come out safely. We do what we have to do. We do our job. You know what I mean? Make sure we do a good job, but we just come out safe. And that was
damn.
more important to me.
Hey man, that's a good thing right there, bro, man. So, but
Yeah.
you had the matchup with the guy Victor. He's from Russia, right? If I'm not mistaken, he's from Russia,
I
right?
believe he's from the I believe he's from the Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Ukraine. Okay. With those that don't know, my boy, he came up a little short, man, but that doesn't, kind of dictate his skill set. Very skillful guy, very skillful fighter. Kind of tell me what do you take away from that fight? Like, what do you feel like you can take away and grow
Oh
upon?
my. Oh my God, I got so much experience from being in there with Victor Faust, and I I do this with every fight that I have, regardless of how we look at each other or how we feel about each other before the fight. Um, After every fight, win, lose, or draw, I don't care if I win by knockout. I don't care if the other guy wins by knockout. I go over there and I show my respect to the guy because
Right.
without the opponent, it won't be no fight.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? So I always extend and show respect, give a hug, always hug the opponent, tell him, hey, thank you, and told his team thank you. And that's the
Word.
main thing what I did when I fought Victor as well.
Hey, when you were in the amateurs, did you go over to each side and
You know what's funny? I still do that to this day. I do that in the pros. So
I like
like before this fight, I actually did it. I did it.
I
I
love it.
bowed to the judges right before I
Yeah,
did it.
yeah.
Right before I went to work.
I love it.
So I still do that to this day.
And go
So,
straight.
what do you feel like? What do you feel like went wrong? That you think you could? What do you feel like you could have did better in the fight to kind of would have changed the outcome? What you know what I'm saying? What?
Well, I was a little upset. I was a little upset that I couldn't really get my shots off because he was a big opponent. He was a big opponent. I mean, you can look on paper, you see he's bigger than me, but I don't take that as an excuse because I beat big guys like that in the amateurs.
Yep.
From all over. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the amateur experience kicks in. But
What was the
that's
size,
one of the main reasons why. Huh?
what was the size difference?
I think it was. I'm about 6'1.5", so I say 6'2". He was 6'5",
He was
Okay.
6'5", yeah, 81-inch reach. 6'5", 81-inch
Yeah.
reach.
So he
Okay.
had a very long reach. His reach was very long, but that was okay because my main thing, because I knew he was doing everything to set up that big right hand. So I knew he wanted to get that big right hand off. So that's basically what I took away from him. Was the big right hand. He didn't land any right hands on me. He had a very precise, very heavy, sharp jab, and
Whoa.
that's what deterred me more than anything else. Everything else I had control of, but
Damn.
that jab was sharp. And what's crazy is we watched tape on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
We watched tape on this guy, and we was like, yo, he's slow. Like, he's slow, but then he was working with Usyk for this camp.
Yeah,
He was
gotcha.
working with Usyk for this camp, getting ready for me. You know what I'm saying? And then my sparring, check this out. My sparring was Otto Wallin. Otto Wallin's great fighter. Great fighter. My sparring was with Otto Wallin. He's getting ready to fight Dylan White. So I was boxing with Otto, you know what I'm saying? And it's his jab it was just right there, boom, right there. So I
You know,
had to I had to figure out a way to get around that. You know what I'm saying? And I tried my best. You know what I'm saying? But
Man,
yeah,
but
man,
it's
he's a
nothing but
big boy.
respect, man. You know what I'm saying? You made it farther than a lot of people have went. And a lot of people, you know, we know how tough it is to get in that ring, bro. You know, so me being a former fighter, my boy Jules been a former fighter, and you fighting yourself. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, you was an amateur too. Yeah, I remember you was an amateur too.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
man, but explain to the people, bro. My bad, bro. Go ahead, Aubrey.
Sometimes when guys are a little slow, guys are slow. What they lack in speed, they pick up in precision. You know what I'm saying? So he might have had good timing, then he long, and he fast enough.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. But
And
a
that's
lot
what
of
it
people,
was.
a lot of people, if you don't know this guy, man, if follow, what's your, tell them your Twitter handles and your Instagram so they can follow you. But also, kind of tell the people your background and some of the world class fighters that you've been in the gym around, like pretty much your whole boxing career. Kind of give the people, you know what I'm saying, a kind of glimpse on what type of world class fighter you've been around.
Wow. Well, my Instagram handle is Fly Mike Marshall, and if you know how you spell my name, Fly Mike Marshall is Instagram, Facebook, or it's the same thing. Marshall with 2 L's. You could basically see on there. Like I've been around all those guys. Like I started boxing in New York, and like I started boxing in Harlem. I went to school out in Jersey, out in Irvington, New Jersey. So you know, Irvington is by Newark. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. So I went to school out there. So that's where I got my grit from.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's where I got my grit from. And that, you know, and when I came to New York after high school, I was at a point in my life where I was like, damn, man, like, I don't know what to do. I'm not in college, you know. Yeah, damn, should I join the army? And then I got people over here, don't join I got family saying, don't join the army, you know. And then I got family that is like with it. They're like, you know, because, you know, I got cousins and everything that are like sergeants and all these things in the army.
Yeah.
So, you know, I had a choice to make. And I said, you know, well, you know, I got to do something. I can't just go to work and come back on the block uptown in Harlem and just chill out all day and, with, you know, smoke weed and drink all day. Like, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I'll be like everybody else. So I said, you know, at 17, I just took up boxing. And then when I went to the boxing gym, I just never stopped going. And then I just kept going. And then I just noticing like little things, I'm getting better. Like guys that have been boxing since they were 8, I'm kicking their ass in the gym. So I'm like, I just kept going. You know, I just kept going. It was exciting to me. Then one day, Danny Jacobs walks in the gym. And it's like, oh shit, Danny Jacobs. But this is not Danny Jacobs now. This is Danny Jacobs, New York City in the amateurs. When he was a man.
Hey, hold on. Like, hey, tell him that Danny Jacobs story. Tell him that Danny Jacobs story. Tell him that real quick in amateurs. I'm talking about my boy Jules. He witnessed that Danny Jacobs you talking about, the amateurs.
Oh yeah.
Hey, tell him the story.
Yo, listen, I remember.
It was the Southeastern
scene. Put it like this. The first.
Go ahead.
What was that?
Oh, you was going to tell a story when he met Danny, when he experienced Danny Jacobs in the amateurs.
Southeastern scene. It was the Southeastern Championships, I believe. One of the tournaments we have in Alabama. Or it might have been. I think it might have been a trial for the Nationals.
It had to be a national.
Okay.
Anyway, we had our guy, my boy Aaron, my boy E. I ain't gonna say his name. Boxer, you know what I'm saying? He was sitting on the bleachers. And Danny, Danny was sitting on the bleachers first, and Danny got up and walked around like the nigga was gone like maybe 10, 15 minutes. Saw me sitting down, he came over there and sat down by me. And we were just chopping it up, you know, talking and shit. And I was saying Danny Jacobs came back. You know what I'm saying? We looked at that nigga and he saw his seat. He saw everyone was in his seat. He just over there. He was like, oh yeah, I'm sitting there. He was talking to somebody else. He was like, oh yeah, I'm sitting there. And looked at Aaron. My boy Aaron just got up.
Wow.
He done put this man out his seat, dog.
Look, hey, that sounds like something that a young Danny would do. That sounds like something he would do. Danny was I mean, I used to just watch Danny in the amateurs, man. I used to see like videos of him in the gym when he was in the amateurs. When he fought in the nationals or something like that, and he threw like a 50-piece combination on the dude on the ropes, like on some Sugar Ray Leonard shit. I ain't never seen no shit.
Man, that was
I
special,
was
man.
like, yo,
Danny
you know
let
what
him
I'm
go.
saying? So I knew I had to, you know, link up with him and get better, you know.
Yes, sir. Man, but kind of, but since you know, like I said, you was at you was on the undercard of the Fury fight, man. Kind of give us your thoughts of the fight, man. What you thought about the fight, man? Being there live and seeing it live, like what was that atmosphere like? And you're a heavyweight, also. Just kind of tell us about your experience with that. What you think about the fight, and what do you think that Wilder could have did better, and or is just just give us your thoughts, bro.
Well, I think that Wilder is I think he's a great fighter, man. But I mean, for what he is, not a great skill for fight. I think he's a good fighter. He has that, because look, in heavyweight boxing, all you need is one punch. I mean, Rocky Marciano wasn't the most skilled, but he was 50-0 with one punch. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get a man his credit. Rest in peace to him. You know what I'm saying? So Wilder, man, he should have never got rid of Mark Breland, man.
I've been saying the same shit. I've been saying the same exact shit, dog. I've been saying the same exact shit. Malik Scott, I'm sorry, but Malik Scott it wasn't the guy to get for that because he was trying to be too.
Look, me and you probably be a better trainer than Malik Scott. Let's keep it real.
Hey, bro, I'm just saying.
And not for nothing. I'm not trying to hate on Malik Scott. I don't want to overtalk anyone either. I'm not trying to hate on Malik Scott. But come on, bro. Like, come on.
Well, why?
You know what I mean? Like,
why do y'all point out the reason? Give me two reasons why Malik Scott was a little, was not as good as Breland. Like, what errors did you see?
The first, you can go first. Go ahead, Mike. What errors did you see?
I didn't really see any errors as far as the training aspect because I thought it was good that he had Deontay moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought that was a good improvement. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we can't forget why we're here. We're here because you have one punch knockout power. That's what got you there.
Right.
Don't well, how you say what's the saying, Danielle, baby? What's the saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Okay. I remember there's a story 50 Cent said to his grandmother. He told his grandmother before she passed away, he was like, I want to start making, more heavenly gospel music, good music, good wholesome music. And 50 Cent grandmother said, oh, that's nice, but don't forget why they love you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't forget why they buy your shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget why you here. You got a fucking right hand. Use that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. And Mark Breland is like the right hand master.
Oh,
come on, bro! Like under fucking Tommy Hearns, Mark Breland had the nicest hand in boxing, right hand in boxing under Tommy Hearns, in the amateurs and in the pros. But in the amateurs, he was knocking people out with that right hand.
Yep.
Why wouldn't you stick with that man? That's your bread and butter.
And then I didn't like the fact, what I didn't like about the fight, bro, he was trying to be too metaphoric. He was trying to be too analytical in the corner. We only got 60 seconds, bro.
Yes.
Tell this man what he need to hear.
Yes.
He's already gassed. So he's not really paying attention to. He's worried about fucking breathing. And you tell him, hey, you got to use your inspiring long saber sword to get to where. Bro, tell this motherfucker to jab. Use the goddamn jab instead of the right hand. Sometimes you got to dumb it down. You got to understand the
Yo.
situation.
Listen, and you know who I want to give a lot of credit to for this fight? Forget Fury. Who's the kid that was in his corner? Sugar
Hill.
Man, he did an excellent. Yo, looking at him was like looking at Emmanuel Stewart. Yo.
Yep.
Watching him, I told Danielle that night. I said, baby, that watching him is like fucking watching Emmanuel Stewart reincarnated, yo. He went in there and said, "Why are you playing with this motherfucker? Throw the jab, pop the jab. What are you doing? Stop playing around. Don't fuck around. Like, come on." And that's exactly how my Emmanuel Stewart used to do shit. And guess what? Fury went in there and did it. He said, "Why are you playing with this motherfucker? Get him out of here. I want to go home." You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of trainer everybody needs. I would pay that man to train me, yo. Real shit. I would pay that man to train me.
So what do you that leads on to our next topic, man. What's next for Fury, man? Let me go bring this up, man. I got something for us. Boom.
Nah, he's not gonna fight Joshua.
Who? You don't think so?
Nah. It's Usyk, man. It's Usyk and nothing. Usyk and nothing. They're gonna try to unify, man.
So
heavyweight landscape.
This the top 8. This is what I consider the top 8 right now. These are the top 8 guys right now. What would you like to see? Of course, we're gonna see. You got Dylan White. The winner is supposed to be up next for Tyson Fury. Am I correct? I think that's what they're talking about. All right,
upper right.
Yeah. So we got Dylan White right here in the upper right. So what would, if you was the matchmaker, what would you make? Make me 3 matchups out of this lineup right here, Mike. Man. And then you can go, Jules.
Well, if I was the matchmaker, I would definitely want to see White, and I would like to see White and Wilder, man. I would like to see White and Wilder. I would like to see Fury and Usyk, and shit, maybe Sanchez and Ruiz. That'd be a good fight.
So what that leaves AJ? Well, Hunter.
AJ. I mean, AJ needs to get something to get his confidence. I mean, well, who did he fight? He fought Usyk. There's no rematch clause with Usyk.
Yeah, he got a rematch with Usyk. He got a rematch with Usyk.
Oh, so yeah, we're gonna have to wait on Fury Usyk then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so that's gonna be tied up.
So we got AJ and Usyk. Who would you want to see Fury fight next? Because you take away AJ and Usyk, who would you like to see? And Wilder, who would you like to see out of them 4 available?
I would say Frank Sanchez.
I was thinking the same thing too.
Yeah, I would say Frank Sanchez, man. I mean, but they wouldn't make that fight. I don't think they would make that fight, but I would say him. I would definitely say him. Because,
man, Frank Sanchez, man, is one of those. It's kind of like every few years we get a heavyweight Cuban that's just like, where the fuck he come from? Because I'm like,
right, yeah.
Right, but that was the same thing with Ortiz. Like, what the fuck is King Kong? He just came out of nowhere, stopping folks.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Now, Ortiz. I would like to see Ortiz and Sanchez.
Ooh, man, that would be a good one. The heavyweight, the Cuban heavyweight supremacy right there.
Woo! I would love.
Who would you pick on that one, Arlen?
Okay, on that fight, or you talking about my 3 picks?
Give me your 3 picks and then tell me who would you think win against Sanchez and Ortiz.
Bet. Okay, my 3 fights I want to see. I want to see my boy AJ get KO'd by Wilder so I can collect my check.
You gotta take that. You gotta take them 2 out because he fight Usyk already. He already fight Usyk. You can't use that. You can't use.
What?
Oh, damn,
you can't use AJ and Usyk. They already fight.
You can't tell me who to use. What you mean? What?
Look, so Dylan White got a fight lined up with Otto Wilder.
Huh?
Yeah.
Dylan White.
So okay, you right. Do your thing. Do your thing, Arbor. Tell me who you want to see.
Check me out. I want to see Wilder, AJ. I can collect my money from you. Right.
He would not beat AJ, bro.
Hey, he KOs him in 9. Okay. All
He
right.
can't get past the 5th round without being goddamn on the respirator.
I heard that.
What you talking about?
Next, I want to see.
He
I wanna
KO
see-
way quicker than 9.
I want to see my boy Frank Sanchez in there with Dylan White, because now I know Dylan White. You know, everybody believe that his next fight he need to be in title contention, like no hands down. However, you know, Dylan, you know, he almost a gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? So Sanchez is on the way up. Dylan should outclass him, but I feel like it'll be a good clash. Lastly, I want to see my boy Ruiz in there with Usyk. I know, you know what I'm saying. You know, he already has a rematch clause.
That's a bad fight. That's a bad fight.
It's a bad fight for both fighters because I believe it's more more on the line. You know, it's both guys, you know, are at a disadvantage because they both smaller heavyweights. But I think it'll make it more competitive.
I wouldn't mind seeing, not to cut you off, brother. I wouldn't mind seeing Usyk and Frank Sanchez.
That'd be a good one.
But see, Frank hadn't proved himself enough. Now he did his thing against Ajabe, but y'all don't know. Ajabe hasn't done. I mean, he's still arriving, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely on the horizon. You know to watch out for Ajabe. That's why he's on the card. Like you know, that's why he's on the Wilder Fury card. However, you know what I'm saying? He still, you know, I want to see him do something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, rough up one of these guys that's been in content. Rough up 1 or 2 more guys. You know, earn your spot, baby.
And you know who else I like? I like that kid, Jared Anderson too.
Yeah, Big Baby.
Nice.
Yeah, I like him.
So the
Him
matchup,
and Michael Hunter would be a good fight.
yeah, the matchup I would like to see. The matchups I would like to see Wilder versus Ruiz. That's the fight I would like to see. I would like to see. Huh?
How you think that'll turn out?
I think Wilder beat him. I think Wilder catch him early. Because Ruiz he get hits. He get hits early and often. I think he stops Ruiz.
And what?
I would like to see Fury and AJ. And then I would like to see. I'm gonna go Michael Hunter and Usyk. I would like to see that matchup
Again, right?
Yeah, again.
Yeah.
Well, since they already fought again, I go. I like the Usyk and Sanchez fight. I'll do that one.
Usyk and Sanchez. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good fight.
So where does Wilder go? Like, what do you if you're Wilder's you know what I'm saying, advisor, you Al Heyman. What's the game plan for Wilder right now?
You know what I would tell Wilder to do right now? I would tell him to do some soul searching. Like, you know what I mean? And just be himself right now. He needs to apologize. He really needs to apologize, humble himself, and apologize to Mark Breland.
Yes.
He needs to get him back in his corner. And I think he could be unstoppable with Mark Breland in his corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, not unstoppable, but you know what I mean. But I think he could really like turn things around if he does the right thing and apologize to Mark Breland. You know, and take it from there. Because you know, I mean,
we got a statement right here. Big Baby Miller coming back too, working with Kevin Cunningham. I seen that, man. I know Big Baby, you know what I'm saying, a good friend of yours. You know Big Baby, man. What do you think he's fighting a uphill battle coming back? You know what I'm saying, based off what happened in the past with the PEDs and stuff like that? How you feel about that, man?
Big Baby's a friend of mine, so it's like, you know, I don't really like to
I feel you
on that.
I respect that.
I don't want to say, and you know, and then it's.
I feel you.
Like, you know what I mean? Because I
feel you. I respect that.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, listen, you know, he, like I said, I call him an acquaintance of mine. Big Baby is an acquaintance of mine, and I believe, you know, if he could just, you know, get get things on the right track, he can, sky's the limit for him. You know what I'm saying?
I would love to see that matchup with him and Wilder, because I know they had some bad blood back in the day.
Look, him and Wilder, him and AJ, him and
yeah.
Ruiz. I would love to see it all. I would love to see Adam Kanaki and Andy Ruiz.
Yes, that'll be a good one. That'll be a good one.
I would love to see all those fights, man. But we just, promoters got to work together, and I think they are starting to right now. Because I was on the PBC end of the card, so you know what I mean. Like, so it seems like everybody's cordial and everybody's doing business. So these fights can happen.
I got a question for you, Mike. I got a question. Is Al Heyman real?
Yes, he's a real player.
An alien.
Because they be saying he's a ghost or something. Is he real?
Listen,
so I told you I was gonna spring a question on you, right?
Yeah.
Give me your.
Nah, he there, but he ain't there.
So I got a question for you. Give me your. I want to know your top 5 favorite fighters all time and the top 5 pound for pound right now.
All right. Well, yeah. Everybody. Well, mostly everybody knows that's James Toney for me.
Pound for pound.
Yeah, pound for pound. James Toney.
Good pick.
Sweet Pea.
Gotta give him an order. This in order?
Yes. Well, I'm going from top to bottom, from 1 to 5.
Gotcha. Okay.
So James Toney won. James Toney, Sweet Pea. A lot of people don't get his credit, but I like Fast Eddie Chambers.
That's your number 3 guy?
No, he's not my number 3, but I want to put him in there. I'm gonna put him in here in order. I'm sorry. 3 is Floyd. 3 is Floyd. 4 is who's 4, yo? I want to say B-Hop, but it's not B-Hop. Winky Wright. Winky Wright. So
put a pin
Floyd, Winky Wright, and I gotta give Antonio Tarver. I gotta give it to him.
Oh, no Roy Jones.
And I'm not being biased. I'm not being biased because they all black.
Yeah.
I just want to make that known. I don't like tribalism or none of that. I'm not being biased because they're all black, because there's all fighters of different nationalities and different races that inspired me.
Yep.
Like Julio Cesar Chavez with the body shots, Canelo. I believe Canelo's pound for pound number 1 right now. He's pound for pound number 1 right now, regardless of what anybody's saying. So it's not about color. It's never been about color with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. These are the, but you gotta understand when you a black kid growing up and you ain't got no father around, you watching boxing, you're gonna go for the fighters that look like you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I was 2 years old, I thought Mike Tyson was my dad. Real shit.
At least you would.
I'm in New York. I thought Mike Tyson was my dad. When he lost to Holyfield, bro, I cried.
I cried too, bro. Like, that hurt me.
That shit hurt. When he lost to Holyfield, I was hurt. I was like, oh man. So when I get my top 5, I just want to put that out there. When I get my top 5, they're all black fighters, but they're not. It's not because I don't respect any other fighters. There's great fighters of all races. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes this sport great. You know what I mean?
Hey, I got a question, bro.
So
yeah,
because you're from New York, I just got a question. How big is the New York Golden Gloves today?
Oh, today?
Today.
It's not even the Golden Gloves today. It's not called the Golden Gloves anymore.
What it's called?
It's called the Ringmasters. And they don't even give out Golden Gloves no more. They give out rings.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did this stop?
You know what happened was it happened. Well, COVID really messed everything up. That's number 1. But number 2 is it was like some type of disagreement with the with the Daily News or something like that. Like, because the Daily News, they own the rights to the Golden Gloves because they write about it. You get your name in the paper, the fighters, their pictures. You know, I got written up in there one time, but they own the rights to it. So when they try to separate, so I guess the actual commission, I would call them like a commission, like the actual the
USA.
officials. Yeah, you know, USA Boxing Metro. They separated themselves from the Daily News, and they stopped doing it at the Garden. They do it at the Barclays.
What?
So it's all
They just
it's
broke it
crazy.
all up.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. They need to get that together, man. The Golden Gloves was great, man.
Yeah, I just had that question, man. Dang, okay. Bad news.
So who's your top 5 pound for pound fighters right now? Give me your top 5 pound for pound and your top 5 favorite fighters to watch. You can hear me? What's up, Mike?
Oh, you're back. You're back.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah.
I said, give me your top 5 pound for pound and your top 5 favorite current favorite fighters. That's fighting today.
Current favorite, right?
Yeah.
My current favorite right now, it's me. I gotta put me in there.
I got you.
Fly Mike.
I gotta put me in there.
Fly Mike.
Yeah, I gotta put me in there. Shit. I like I said Canelo. I like Canelo. I like Otto Wallin. A lot of people sleep on Otto Wallin, but I'm telling you, the man's a problem. Very tough man. Otto Wallin, I like Otto right now. I like Frank Sanchez right now. And I like Usyk right now. I like you. Oh, no. I'll take that back. Michael Hunter.
Michael Hunter. Gotcha.
I've been following Michael Hunter since the amateurs, bro. Michael Hunter's a problem.
Michael Hunter's nice.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's a problem. He's only getting better. You know, his dad was a fighter, right? I used to watch his dad on not unknowingly. I didn't even know that was his dad. I used to watch his dad on what's that? USA. Tuesday Night Fights.
Yeah, Tuesday Night Fight. Okay.
I used to watch his dad in the 90s. And I was a kid. I used to watch him. I was like, oh shit.
So is a Jogba not a problem?
Listen, I think
about a Jogba.
I think I like Ajaba. Ajaba's a very strong fighter, big fighter, good right hand. I think he's like another Wilder to me, yo.
But he a little bit more precise than Deontay.
Yes. Boom, right there.
Yeah.
But you know how you saw what Frank Sanchez did? I'm not taking nothing away from Ajaba. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking nothing away from him.
Right.
Very precise.
Mm-hmm.
But with a little head movement.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
If you ain't got no head, and a lot of heavyweights in this game don't got no head movement.
That's what makes Fury so tough.
Huh?
That's what makes Fury so tough.
But you know what's crazy about Fury? I was talking to Danielle about this other thing. I was at the Fury Cunningham fight.
Okay.
I was ringside at that fight.
When he knocked him down.
Damn. Fury has problems with small fighters. That's why he had problems with Otto. Otto did. I think Otto, to this day, Otto Wallin's performance against Fury was the best out of Deontay, out of all of them.
Okay.
I think he was the closest to beating Tyson Fury. Yes.
I'm gonna have to go check that fight out.
Otto Wallin's a bad motherfucker, man. I don't know if I can curse. Can I curse?
Yeah, do your thing, man. We raw and uncut, man.
We chilling, man.
He's a bad motherfucker, man. He had Fury hurt. He had him cut. I was like, oh shit. He was digging in him cut. I was like, damn.
So who your top 5 current pound for pound right now? I know number 1 is Canelo. Who's 3, 4? Who's 2, 3, and 4 and 5?
Damn. Woo! All right, Canelo. Well, first, all right. Shit. Canelo, Bud, Spence. I said Bud. Bud is Crawford, man.
So you got
Shakur.
4 and 5. Give me 4 and
Shakur.
5.
I got Shakur.
You got
I know
Shakur?
it's a little early, but I got Shakur at 4. This
Okay.
is my opinion.
Shakur,
I got
This
you.
is my opinion.
I got you.
Oh, and Tank.
Got you. Speaking of the young boy Secure Stevenson, man, he got a big fight coming up next weekend with Jamal Herring. How you think that fight gonna turn out? What you think, Jules?
man, I feel like it's gonna be a good one, man, because a lot of people don't know about Herring. A lot of people don't know about Shakur. I think Shakur Stevens has a big buzz than Jamal Herring, but you know, Jamal Herring, you know, he brings that veteran experience and that real textbook boxing to the game. Shakur Stevens brings raw talent, bro, like speed, you know what I'm saying, agility. But I think it's gonna be a closer fight than people imagine. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people probably thinking Stevens gonna go out there and, you know, just take over. But I feel like it's gonna be a tactical matchup. It's gonna be a chess match.
Okay, what you think, Mike?
Wow. I got a story about Shakur, of course. Shakur, I just believe Shakur is gifted. You know, Shakur is just truly gifted. I'm not taking nothing away Jamel. Jamel is a great champion. Jamel's a great person, number one. Jamel, I met Jamel. He's an army man. I met Jamel in where was I? Baltimore. His fight. I met Jamel at Baltimore. He came up, shook my hand. He's a great dude, great champion, great fighter. You know what I'm saying? So he's just an all-around good dude. But I think Shakur's gifted, man. He's a gifted. I seen this kid in the gym. I seen this kid in the gym just make, you know, great fighters look like amateurs, bro.
Word.
I seen Shakur make great fighters look like amateurs in the gym.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That man special, dog.
Okay.
That's
Hey,
the difference. That's the difference.
No doubt.
That's gifted, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you just got to tip your hat to it and just appreciate it while it's here, because, you know, I really think he could be one of them ones kind of like Floyd. You know,
Yeah.
I really do.
So you see a
So
Huh?
you think it's gonna be a stoppage?
Listen, it can be, but hey, listen. I respect both guys. I'm not gonna sit here and say what made the best man win. They didn't do business. It's them two fighting. I mean, it's not none of us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't, and like, and I'm in the game. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say nothing disrespectful.
Okay.
It might come off disrespectful, because you know I like both of those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So who do you think wins against when this matchup happens? It's gonna be a super fight. You already know where I'm going with this. Shakur Stevenson and my man.
Who
the other young gifted fighter?
Oh, Devin Haney.
Woo! Well, Devin Haney's a boxer's boxer, man. He really is. He's a boxer's boxer. Like he's gifted as well. You know what I'm saying? And that'll be an awesome fight, big money fight.
When do you think that fight will happen? How many years from now?
I would say maybe 2 or 3. You know, they would have to get it right. You know, because you know it's easy for the fans. But you know they have to find the best way to get all that money. You know what I mean? So because that's what at the end of the day, that's what it's about.
Gotta make sense.
So they would have to promote it right. They would have to, you know, it would just have to be right. I could see that fight being in Atlanta. Come on now.
Come on out this way. You know that's where we at. We're in Atlanta.
Hey, I can see that fight being in Atlanta. I can see that packing a house in Atlanta.
Me too.
I mean? So
man, that's a big fight. And you know he already sowing his oats, and you know Stevenson is fighting here next week, so he build a buzz here like Tank got, man. When Tank come out,
oh yeah,
sit it down. Tank shut the city down when he fight.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Tank is gifted, man. He's another gifted fighter.
So okay, man, we got a little bit more time, man. I want you to give me 2 fantasy matchups. I want you to give me one. I want you to give me 2, Jules. I want you to give me 2, Mike. Any fighter in history, you can pair them up far, what same weight class or whatever.
Okay.
Give me 2 and then I go last. 2 fights.
Well, all right. So the first fight, I would like to see George Foreman and the Cuban heavy and Ortiz.
Big George and the Ortiz.
Big George Foreman and Ortiz.
Okay, I like that. That's a war.
That's a good one. That's out of left field right here. I would have never thought to put that one.
I love Big George now.
I would love to see George Foreman versus Ortiz. Another fight I would love to see is James Toney versus Bernard Hopkins.
That's a good one.
Prime win.
Of course. What weight class?
What weight class?
Got to be 160.
Middleweight.
160.
Got to be 160.
And the honorable mention one, I would like to see James Toney heavyweight versus Mike Tyson.
Oh man, you got 2 of my favorites right now. Hey, I wouldn't have a dog in the fight. I wouldn't even dog. I would be on edge.
Yeah,
I would be on edge, dog. What's yours? Give me yours, Jules. Give me 2 in the honorable mention, like he did.
Bruh, my first one to think of, bruh. Prime Oscar De La Hoya and Alexis Aguayo.
Oh,
damn!
That's a
damn!
That might be a bloodbath, man.
Oscar is skinny, nigga. Skinny Oscar.
That might be a whole bloodbath.
What's your second one?
Yeah, niggas gonna.
Oh, you gotta tell. See, then we're gonna revert back to you. You gotta tell me who you think win your matchup. Who you think win now? I'm gonna come back with you on Mike, so you can give me your prediction on those. Who you think win?
I mean, nobody beats young Oscar, bro. I'm golden boy, baby. Nobody.
All right, what's your second one?
All right, my second one. I want to see what Deontay will do against George.
I still see you, Mike.
It's a good show. I like it.
You know what I'm saying? I want to see what Wilder will do against Big George.
Wilder against Big George?
Hey, 2 power punches in that bitch.
That's a good one. Who you think will win? You still there, Mike, right?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Okay.
You froze.
You said you good. We still hear you. Who you think win that one? Foreman or Wilder?
Well, I would go with Foreman. That crosswise defense. Wilder don't know how to go under that.
Yeah, I gotta get to a young George, man, because he fought.
But if you hold on now. If you're going young George was reckless. Young George didn't have that cross blocking defense. You got to go with the 270 George. If that's the case.
Hey, they both in there throwing the house at each other.
Yeah.
You know Big George gonna put your hands off it.
You know what I'm saying?
He's knocking the stuffing out the bag, boy. That big goddamn. Okay, this is a good one right here. Mike Tyson, Joe Frazier.
Mike knocks him out.
Yep, I agree. He knocks him out just like he did his son.
Yeah.
Kawasaki Ward beats him easily.
Yeah.
Hey, hold up.
Ward beats Kawasaki easily. Kawasaki ran from a prime Roy Jones. He ran from a prime Roy Jones, a prime B-Hop. Come on now, let's be real.
You ready?
Yeah.
Right. Now, easily, because Kawasaki is one of the most
craftiest. I say craftiest.
Awkward and successfully awkward fight I've ever seen in my life, bro.
That is very true. Very true.
Very true.
Joe Calzaghe will knock you out with slap.
Slap.
Right,
Hey, boy.
Somebody like that.
How he did? What's my man name? What's my man name? He knocked out.
Jeff Lacey.
Who?
Wait, he slapped Eubanks out of there.
Not Eubanks. It's the one Bro Jones beat up.
Jeff Lacey.
Jeff Lacey. Oh my God.
Jeff Lacey. Left hook Lacey.
Boy, he killed Lacey. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Hey, Underground, that was a good one. I like that one. That was a good one. He got one right here, Canelo Ward. I got Ward all day.
What Ward?
Oh,
Mickey Ward or Andre Ward, Underground?
yeah, it's Andre Ward. I knew he did.
It gotta be Andre.
Okay.
It gotta be Andre.
He gonna knock Mickey out.
I got Ward all day, man. Ward just too skilled.
I see.
So is Canelo.
Boring fight though that Ward wins.
Canelo skilled too, yo.
That's true, man. But Dre on that upper echelon of special.
Dre dog, yo. Dre dog.
Yeah.
Dog.
So what?
Before he lose,
What's your honorable mention, Aubrey? You got one more.
man. Honorable mention. Fantasy fight.
Yep.
Well, I gotta take it down to the middleweights, man. I would want to see what a middleweight Roy would have done with a middleweight Ward. I feel Roy gets the win. You know what I'm saying?
I did too.
In a 12-round chess match, but he's so fast.
Split decision.
Yeah.
Split decision.
I think Roy gets him.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Boy, man, that 160 Roy, man. Oh my, that's my greatest ever. I'm a James Toney guy. I got James Toney right behind him. But Roy, nobody's ever duplicated or came close to doing anything remotely close to what this man did in the ring. He made guys look like
before
not even amateurs, man, like novice.
Yeah, before yeah.
You feel me? Like I just watched the fight when he stopped Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson was a killer.
Yeah.
You feel me? Oh my God. That man, Roy Jones, man, but that's a good one. Let me give you my three.
Right.
All right, number one, I want to see Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
Of course. I got Mike coming out on that one, young prime Mike Tyson.
How?
I seen what Joy Frazier.
What Ali though? Prime Ali.
Prime Ali. I just think the difference would be Mike Tyson's foot speed. Okay. His foot speed will give him problems because like Ali, he was the master of the pull. He pulled everything.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So you can neutralize that pull counter by being able to gain ground. Quick, he's explosive.
So we talking about Ali before the suspension?
Before he had to sit out. Yes.
Okay.
I'm talking about prime Mike Tyson, prime
What'd you say?
Customato. You know what I'm saying? When he beat Michael, when he first won the title and he still was under Kevin Rooney, all those guys. That Mike Tyson I'm talking about. I think he gets Ali. I think it's by knockout. Honestly, I think it's by knockout.
What round?
I can't say a round. I just know I think he would stop him because man, Tyson he gonna hit you to the body, he gonna hit you up top, uppercut, left hooks, he can roll shots. And you gotta think his style was predicated towards slipping the jab. He wanted you to jab.
Hey,
you see when he did to Larry Holmes' ass.
May I rhyme quote Ali?
Go ahead.
Hey, you can't hit what you
can't see. Yeah,
I got you, but don't act like Mike Tyson was a slow heavyweight.
Yeah, nah, he was quick.
You feel me? So my second matchup, I would like to see Floyd Mayweather versus who? I think I want to see with Tommy Hearns. I would like to see with Tommy Hearns.
Floyd,
you know what? No, I take that back. Floyd Mayweather and Pernell Whitaker, 147. No, 140. Mm-hmm. I want to see him at 140.
Tough fight. Tough fight.
This one, Man, cause man, I think that one right there may well end in a draw.
Yeah, a draw.
Because both of them are gonna be hard to hit. Both of them defense is gonna be, you know, offensively. I think Flo was a little bit more skilled offensively than Sweet Pea. So he may win by a point or so. I don't think he outclassed Sweet Pea, even though they sparred back in the day. Well, of course, we don't know how that went. Flo would never, you know, he respected him so much, so he never really told how it went. But for what was told, he got the better of Sweet Pea. So based off that, I would give him the nod.
Hey,
what's up?
Y'all heard about the call out?
What call out?
Oscar won Floyd. He said he'll pay.
I would love to see that again. I would like to see that. See that one again, man.
Hey, what you think about that, Mike?
You don't want to see that one again, Mike?
I mean, listen,
listen, man.
Bro, it's fight, bro.
Whatever, man. I'm like, whatever. They got Jake Paul fighting, so I'm like, whatever, you know. Fucking Jake Paul and shit.
My third fight. Who would I like to see? Third fight. My third fight, I would like to see Roy Jones Jr. versus my God, what's my guy name? Heavy. Oh my God. He beat lost to Sugar Ray Leonard and retired. What's my man's name? Marvin Hagler. I would like to see that at 160.
Who?
Marvin Hagler versus Roy Jones Jr.
Hagler against Roy.
Yo, we forget. I feel like we forgetting about another good middleweight, yo.
Who?
Sergio Martinez.
I was just thinking about Sergio. I would like to see who you think Canelo and Sergio at 160.
Oh, that'd be a good fight. Man, that'd be a good fight. In their prime, woof. That'd be a great fight.
I don't know. Ain't nobody beating Canelo these days.
Shit, Sergio? Back then when he knocked out Paul Williams?
I mean, Sergio's style, he would have gave Canelo maybe some problems early.
He was powerful though. He had power.
I don't think Sergio was cut out for.
I see somebody say Valerio and Pacquiao.
What you think on that one, man?
Woof! I think Valerio was a monster, man. He was a monster, literally.
Yeah.
But damn. I would have to give it to Valerio. Shit.
I got one more. I'm gonna go old school on this one. I'm gonna go old school. Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, 147.
I give it to Ray Robinson.
I did too.
Because his tenacity, when he hit you, it was like he wanted to kill you.
That man was nice, dog.
And I wasn't even born. I wasn't even born when he was fighting. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at old tapes, and I'm like, yo, like this dude is hitting this dude like he want to kill him.
Kill him, exactly.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. So I mean, listen, I would have to give it to him. I would give it to the namesake.
Gotcha, man. But like I said, man, we just we almost an hour in, man. We're gonna kind of wrap this thing up, bro. Man, I just want to thank you for coming on. I know we've been trying to do this for a minute, and I'm glad you was able to, get on. So what's next, man? You know what I'm saying? If you can give us some type of insight, what's next? What's next?
What's next for me? What's next for me is I'm going to fight in December.
Defend the title.
December. Well, yeah, I'll probably defend the title, but I'm looking to get a different strap.
Gotcha.
That way, we could, when we step up to the plate again, we could come correct. You know what I mean? But my last fight was a very good experience for me, and I'm just going to use it and take it from there. Okay, man. But like I said, man, I really appreciate you for showing up, man, and kind of blessing us with your presence, man, and giving us your insight, hey,
of your experience, dog. And we definitely gonna get you back on. Anytime you want to get back on, bro, before a fight, we definitely gonna get you back on before your fight come up in December, man.
Alexa,
and I'm gonna be showing some clips of your training and stuff like that, man. And like I said, bro, You like a bro to me. You feel me? You always in Cali,
Same
but it
here.
feel like we grew up together.
Yeah, for real, absolutely.
You feel me? So, man, much respect to you, Mike, man. And you know, you and your wife have a safe night, bro, and you be blessed, man.
All right, brother. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Count boxing, baby.
Yes, sir. Ah, man. Aubrey, man. Appreciate you, dog. You like always. It's always a joy talking boxing with you. Rod need to get his shit together. You feel what I'm saying? Get that cricket wireless together, you know what I'm saying, so he can stay on the show. You feel what I'm saying? So, but man, we're gonna wrap it up, man. Hopefully we can do another show next week, man. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. You know what I'm saying? Tell a friend to tune into the 10 Count podcast. It's not really a podcast, it's a show, but we ain't taking out the title. So you got to get what you're gonna get when you got it. You feel what I'm saying? You dig? But holler at us next week. Kick that notification button, like, comment, subscribe, and share us. You feel me? All right, bro. I'm gonna talk to you later.
All right, dog.